is 48 hours away from Judgment Day, 48 hours away from the stretcher match for the WWE Championship between SmackDown's WWE Champion Brock Lesnar and The Big Show. That, of course, is a stretcher match, Dr. Tom. And from Raw, Triple H defends his World Heavyweight Championship against his former best friend, Kevin Nash. And speaking of Triple H, Dr. Tom, he's going to join us on the show right here today.
Outstanding. I mean, can you think about, for the first time in 17 years, a stretcher match? Are you going to be there live in Charlotte?
I am going to be there live in Charlotte. I actually leave tomorrow morning.
You get paid for that?
To go there?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's all included, everything like that.
Yeah,
But
you're
Triple
all
H,
included.
Christian, and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
They're going to join us all on the show today.
That's a great cast.
Awesome.
I mean, think about it. We get to talk to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Get to talk to the new People's Champion, Christian.
Okay.
As well as Triple H, the World Heavyweight Champion from Raw. Now I've got to wonder how the emotions are coming and swelling up inside of Triple H, facing his former best friend, Kevin Nash, for the World Heavyweight Championship. We know that Triple H is one of those guys that has had injuries in the past, so has Kevin Nash. I think it's going to be a great matchup, and I've got to wonder how both of them are going to be feeling those butterflies. And maybe you could ask them Sunday.
Right. We'll get to talk to Triple H all about that today right here on Bite This. As well as we'll get to talk to Brock Lesnar about his stretcher match for the WWE Championship against the 7-foot, 500-pound Big Show. And if any indication from SmackDown last night, it's going to be a great match.
Well, it's going to be a great match regardless. I think Big Show as well as Brock have a lot of animosity between each other, no doubt. The fact is, I'm anxious to see just how devastating Big Show is going to be on Sunday. We know how pissed off Brock is. We know how pissed off the Big Show is. We also saw Rey Mysterio last night almost get his head handed to him again, thanks to Brock Lesnar. That didn't happen. And I'm really, really anxious to see what happens Sunday.
And we'll talk to Brock all about his stretcher match as well as Christian. And now joining us, we'll waste no more time. Let's get right on the phone with Droz. What's up, Droz?
Not too much. How's it going, guys?
It is going. You're here with Dr. Tom and myself.
Dr. John Richards.
Yes, sir. Hey, Droz.
What you doing?
Would you like to just punk out Josh really bad sometimes? I would, because he sits here.
You know what? I saw Josh on Monday when everybody was in Philly, and I was trying to figure out what his tattoo was around his arm. And he told me he wasn't exactly sure himself. He got it so long ago.
Right. I wasn't exactly. I'm not exactly sure what it says. I'm going to have to ask Tajiri because it's in Japanese, and maybe Tajiri will know what it means.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Droz, stretcher match for the first time in 17 years.
Ooh.
What do you think?
Well, one thing I was happy to go off on the side. It was great to see Ray back last night and to see him smacking Big Show around a little bit. But Brock Lesnar got to come out on top of this. I think he's going to, I'll tell you, like you said, 17 years. It's been 17 years for a reason. That's because it's so brutal. And I think I heard one of the commentators say, where are we going to find a stretcher big enough if we need to put Big Show on it? So I have a feeling Big Show will end up on that stretcher, come Sunday.
It's going to be tough to put the Big Show on a stretcher and wheel him all the way out of the arena. Also, Droz, from Raw, the World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Triple H goes one-on-one with his former best friend, Kevin Nash. What do you think about that match?
Well, you know what? Every time I root against, not that I root against Hunter, but I pick against Hunter, he always finds a way to come out on top and keep that belt. And as smart as he is and as smart as he's been, I mean, I'd love to see Nash come out on top, but you know what? With everything that Hunter has up his sleeves, I don't think he can pull it out. I think he's going to put a beating on Hunter for a while. But in the end, Hunter's going to end up wearing the belt once again.
Yeah, I almost have to agree with you on that one, Droz. But staying on the Raw theme, this past Monday night, a couple old friends of yours showed up. The LOD, Animal and Hawk. What'd you think?
You know what? It was great seeing him again. I actually spoke to Hawk a little over a month ago, and he told me that they were trying to work some things out, get in, and they weren't sure if they were coming in Philly or Florida or something like that, and they ended up making it in Philly. So I know when I came into the arena, Hawk was actually coming around the corner when I came in. He, ran up, gave me a big old hug, and it was good to see those guys again. We kind of flashed back to some old memories and things like that. Had a good laugh or two, and I was glad to see him back out there and back in the ring.
And you could tell by the reaction from the crowd that they were happy to see the LOD back. I mean, it was amazing when they came out. The crowd just boom.
Yeah, I always appreciate that, especially in Philadelphia. That's a crowd that really appreciates hardcore action, and the LOD is the epitome, in my opinion, of hardcore action. You were backstage at Philadelphia Draws. What was the mood like? What was it like with all the superstars, especially seeing Goldberg and Christian?
You know, it was great seeing everybody. You know, that was another person when I first came in. Goldberg came right up to me. I'd never met him before. You know, I've seen him around, of course, for years. And you know, actually, one of the nicest guys around. You know, he came up. We started kind of BSing, talked a little about football, a little about this and that. And I know his hand's been bothering him. He was icing it down, and but he was looking forward to his match that night. And as all of us saw, he did a job on Christian.
His hand didn't look like it was bothering him too much when he was in the ring with Christian there in that steel cage. It was a great match.
Well, yeah, it was a great match, but once again, I think that it just goes to show you again when you have matches like that on Raw, and then you have to go to Judgment Day with a stretcher match. I think it's just going to show everybody what extreme the superstars want to go to make their name and to make their way here in WWE. Christian is calling himself the new People's Champion, Draws, and we're going to have him on a little bit later, but what do you make of Christian's attitude lately? I really think, for one, he's stepped it up, and the match Monday night against Goldberg was impressive.
Well, you know what? He really has stepped it up. I mean, you know, he's looked once when he and Edge broke up. You know, I think they each went their, when they went their separate ways. You know, Edge kind of caught on a little faster. Christian's been kind of trying to find his way, and he's definitely stepped it up. I mean, you look at the match Monday night. Yes, Goldberg, you know, in the end laid a beating on him, but the ferocity, I mean, he was so ferocious for those chairs. I mean, one after another, and I mean, he's doing what he has to do to get his name out there, get his face out there, and let people know that he is not going to be somebody that's going to be pushed around, and he's going to do whatever it takes to come out on top.
No doubt about that.
Draws, got to ask you this: Mr. America versus Roddy Piper. How do you see it?
Oh, well, we have to have Mr. America coming out on top. I mean, Piper flapping his gums, you know, nonstop in Piper's pit, and then what we saw on Thursday night, which was just wrong. That brought me back to thinking about Luna, and I guess it was her. I think they did something like that one other time with somebody having a body part pulled off, a prosthetic being pulled off, and I'll tell you what, Piper, I think, is in for a world of trouble when it comes down to it in that match, you know, against Mr. America. I think there's going to be a lot of pent-up anger and rage about what happened in that ring from Thursday. So, you know, I think everybody, of course, is behind Mr. America and behind America in general. So Piper is fighting an uphill battle at best.
You know, something I've got to just say, comment on that. Roddy Piper is somebody you can never count out, and he refused all during the 80s, anytime he stepped in the ring with Hulk Hogan, he refused to lose. He refused to let Hulk Hogan have any upper hand whatsoever. Now against Mr. America in the year 2003, I think that Piper is going to find a way. He always has, and I believe that he's one of those guys that always will find a way to come out victorious, and he won't let his name get soiled this time around either.
Well, that's a good point there, Doc. Like you said, it's kind of going back to the Hunter thing. I mean, Hunter's learned from, of course, the best, you know, throughout the years, but you look back at Piper over the years and what he's done in the business and how he's gotten to where he is, and he's done it by doing anything and everything possible to make sure that he wins. And, you know, they might be some underhanded techniques, but, you know, he does find a way to get the job done. I'm just thinking that Mr. America might have too much going for him on his side.
Well, there you have it, Dr. Tom. Draws, enjoy Judgment Day. Appreciate you coming out and joining us here for Bite This.
Well, guys, you have a great weekend, and you know, enjoy the pay-per-view. I'm sure I will, and everybody else.
Hey, have a nice Friday night, too, man.
Oh, definitely.
I bet you will.
I'll do that.
I know.
All right, Doc.
We'll see ya.
Take care, Josh.
Later, Draws.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was Draws chipping in with his 2 cents. Dr. Tom right here on Bite This. Of course, you can read Draws' 2 cents on WWE.com, and you can give us a call at 1-888-LIVE-WWE. Join the chat room on the .com and do all sorts of crazy technological things.
Don't touch the computer, Josh. Do not touch it. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, what are you doing on Friday night, man?
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
I'm probably going to rent a movie and just relax at home.
Very good.
like I do every Friday night. Getting ready for some big horse racing tomorrow. I'm going to a Winston Cup race in Charlotte, but there's
Is
a
that
huge,
right?
huge
Yeah, I heard
horse
about
race
that.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, you, Coach Cole,
Me,
Taz.
Coach Michael Cole.
Taz going to be joining you as well?
No, Taz is. No, he's not.
Any
He doesn't
betting or wagering going on?
I don't know much about Winston Cup racing, so I'm gonna.
Does it really matter?
A little bit, yeah. I don't want to give my money away
Why not?
because it's just not a good idea.
Bet on Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt?
Sure.
Junior?
Yeah, why not?
Is he a race car driver?
Okay, so we will be talking to Brock Lesnar a little later, won't we?
Brock Lesnar, Christian still to join us, of course, Taz, and the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H still planning on joining us. Let's see what we got written down here. We're supposed to talk to Christian next.
We are, huh?
I can't wait to talk to him.
You know what? Obviously, I
not,
see that you're having a great time. You're fitting in real well over at the
TV
Titan
studio?
TV.
Yeah.
Do you miss wrestling, Josh?
At times I do, Dr. Tom, but at other times I really don't. I mean, I don't know, I guess once you do it, you always want to do it and you always want to do it forever, but I enjoy what I'm doing now. I'm working for the company I've always wanted to work for, and I get to do stuff sit here with you each and every Friday. Which is wonderful.
That's kind of great, huh?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's beyond great.
Okay, good. You went to college for this?
No, we talked about this last week, though.
I wasn't here.
No, you were here. It was me and you. We had this whole conversation.
It doesn't matter. Who cares? You think I listen to what happens?
Dr. Tom, when are you going to get back into the ring? We saw the Road Warriors. We see Roddy Piper. When's Dr. Tom going to come back?
Yes. We have Christian on the line. Thank you very much. Good.
Dr. Tom.
Christian, always a pleasure when somebody gets to call and cut off Josh. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. What's up?
The new People's Champion.
Yes, I guess I'm talking to a couple of my peeps right now, huh?
Definitely. I'm a big peep of Christians.
Sweet.
Dr. Tom, I know you are as well.
I've always been a big piece of Christians. Yes.
Christian, we really enjoyed your match this past Monday, the steel cage match with Goldberg. How'd you feel going into that match with Goldberg?
I was pretty excited about it. Obviously, being one of his first matches here and stuff like that, kind of, in a steel cage, a little bit of nerves, a little bit excited. So it was cool. I was looking forward to it.
Well, I think it was for a little bit of time there. You really weren't doing a whole lot, and it might have been frustrating. But all of a sudden, it winds up with you doing some things with Rock and some more entertaining vignettes backstage. How did this new People's Champ thing come about?
I guess it was one of those things that just
Good, great. You're on the phone with Christian, Mark.
Christian, what's up, man?
How you doing? What's going on?
Actually, I had a question for Dr. Tom. I wanted to know who you like teaming with the Heavenly Bodies, Sweet Stan Lane or the Gigolo, Jimmy Del Rey?
Josh Matthews. Thank you.
Hey,
You have a question for Christian?
No, not really. I just had a comment about Triple H. I was noticing that he was acting a lot like Ric Flair used to do in the 80s. I was wondering a way to freshen up his character to actually take the Nature Boy name
Hey, Mark.
and go by his real name and call
Hey,
himself
Mark.
the Nature
Mark.
Boy Paul Levesque.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Listen to this. Thank you. All right,
That's great. What do you call that when you like screening phone calls? Great screening job by our astound producer.
Astound?
Well,
Or
one of those
astute.
astute producers.
Thank you very much. You didn't go to college, did you?
I didn't go to college.
We didn't talk about this last week.
We got Christian on the phone here. Me and you were talking about my college education.
No, we're not. We're talking about Christian's college education. Obviously, you started in Canada, Christian, with a fellow by the name of Ron Hutchison.
Yes.
You and Edge together, and I read Edge's. Do you ever read the education article that Edge writes every other Tuesday?
Yeah, read it every week. Good read.
Yeah. He's been telling stories about the time you guys crossed the Maritimes some of those old times. I know you can look back on fondly and see where you are today, and just realize that you can talk to the guys starting out in the business today and tell them that it doesn't matter. You can persevere and still accomplish what your dreams and goals are.
Oh, sure. I mean, if you have a set goal and you work hard enough, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to attain it, and we did all those things, all those tours and driving over frozen lakes and sleeping on blue mats inside of a elementary school, gym on Indian reservations and these remote places, and we did all that just to try to get better and to be in the ring as much as we could and stuff like that, and they were definitely, hard times, but at the same time, look back on them with a lot of fondness. I had a lot of fun doing that, and I wouldn't give up any of those things, for anything, because it really makes me appreciate what I have now and how far I've gotten and things like that.
Well, that would be. I was just going to say that would just following up on that. I guess taking a look at how long you've been here now in WWE, and I guess you would be considered more of a veteran. Do you see anybody coming up in the new young crop of superstars with the Sean O'Hares, the Spankies, things like that? Anybody that really stands out in your mind?
Enjoy it, and we'll see you Sunday for Judgment Day.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully I can walk out of there the Intercontinental Champion. We'll see what happens.
All right, Christian. Thank you
Best
very
of luck
much.
to you, man.
Got to make my peeps happy.
Very nice.
Yes.
All right.
All right, guys.
Have a good one.
Talk to you later.
Later, Christian.
You know what? Whatever it is they're paying you, it is way too low. You need a raise, pal.
I hear you.
You need a raise. Man.
Really?
I'm on your side.
I hope there's a lot,
Oh, you know they watch this
People
at the studio.
influential.
At the studio, they watch this. Kevin Dunn has this on his desk right now as we're looking. Oh,
Right
sure
on.
he does.
Well, anyway, still to
Kidding?
come here on Bite This. Brock Lesnar, Triple H coming up. Matt, dude, I'm trying to do Bite This. Can you just... Right, I hear you. Well, you could call us at 1-888-LIVE-WWE or join the chat room for Bite This on WWE.com.
Hopefully soon we'll have Tales from the Hook coming up.
Brock Lesnar is supposed to be next.
Listen,
Well,
that's a tentative format,
This is
Josh.
according to Matt.
This isn't really the way things go. Things are subject to change.
I hear
You
you.
don't read the format and say who's going to be next.
Who's going to be next, Matt?
It's like a.
Brock Lesnar. Like I just said.
All right, very good.
I hear you. I can't
show
wait
has
to talk
come-
Brock Lesnar.
yeah,
I'm going
it's
to talk to him
come
about
to
the
us.
stretcher match.
Yes.
We'll talk to him about the stretcher match he's going to have at Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Talk to him about his relationship with Rey Mysterio.
I see.
And how he's been sticking up for Rey in the past couple weeks. He's
Right.
all the SmackDown superstars took offense to what the Big Show did to Rey Mysterio Backlash.
Right.
But Brock Lesnar actually went in the ring and called out the Big Show. So we'll
Well,
talk to him about
I
that.
also have some things to ask Brock Lesnar.
No, maybe we can get to those.
Very good. We have
Hey,
Brock on the line.
ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar joining us here on Bite This. What's up, Brock? You're here with Dr. Tom and myself.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Great. How are you doing? Is the question.
I'm good. Just got home from a long trip overseas, and it's good to be home.
How are the ribs?
I just went to the doctor. They're still bothering me pretty bad, but I went in and got them checked out, and got me a nice cortisone shot.
Very good.
Nice. Brock, how was the SmackDown tour de force? Was it, I know the fans overseas are always very anxious to see the WWE superstars. Was it everything that you thought it would be?
Oh, you know what? I enjoyed this tour out of all of them, probably the most. It was a nice, easy tour, and the fans were really, really good to us, like always. But it just I enjoy going over there.
And now your focus looks towards Judgment Day this Sunday with the Big Show in a stretcher match.
Once again, I got that big galoot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get his big butt on that stretcher and haul him out. So I'm looking forward to that too.
Brock, how does it feel in the short time you've actually been in WWE? You've been involved in some pretty high-profile matches, going back to WrestleMania against Kurt, and now you're coming up on the Big Show in the first stretcher match in 17 years. Does that mean anything to you at all?
Yeah, well, I mean, it does. I mean, I definitely. I believe that the company's got a lot of confidence in me, and I believe that I've been put in these situations, like winning the title from Rock and being in the Hell in the Cell, and I feel fortunate to be in these opportunities because these are things that in the short time that I've been here, I look forward to. So I mean, it's I'm looking forward to new things and bigger and better things as always.
Very good. Hey, let me ask you something real quick if you just want to touch on it. The FBI, it seems like, did a little number on you a couple weeks ago, and it seems that Palumbo drove that forklift right up to the door and kept you in there for a while. How was that?
Yes, he did. Yeah, actually, that little piece right there, the door actually knocked me. I was trying to get out that same door, and when he rammed it with the forklift, I was right behind the door.
Yeah.
And it knocked me into the closet, into the cement wall behind it. So I was a little cuckoo after that. So I mean, that was a that was an unexpected thing.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't know that was coming.
Looked a little scary.
So yeah, definitely. So I sought revenge on the FBI, but I still haven't got that little Nunzio. When I get my hands on that little bastard, he's going to be hurting too.
Yeah, Brock, you got to Chuck Palumbo this past week on SmackDown. But I got to ask you, what are your thoughts on what the Big Show did to Rey Mysterio? I mean, I know you were angry by it, and you actually, went and called out the Big Show, and you guys now have this stretcher match at Judgment Day. But what are your personal thoughts about what he did? Did he go too far? Did he break what Taz called the code on SmackDown? I mean, what do you think about all that?
Well, I mean, there is a code that we have in the locker room. You don't. I think Show took it to a level that he didn't really need to take it to, as far as throwing Ray into the ring post, especially being strapped helplessly in that stretcher. So I mean, I don't know what. Maybe he feels like he had something to prove. That's something. Like I said, when I called him out, if you want to bully somebody, here I am. Let's try to bully Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Very good.
Exactly.
Hey, Brock, would you like to talk a little bit about the incident? I guess it was on the internet maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, where somebody tried to get around your car and gave you a little bang, and you got out of the car a little enraged, and there was a little girl next to her father, and she was like freaking out. What happened there, man? I mean, we've all been through that rage, so to speak.
Yeah, I just moved to a new town. So I had to scare a raccoon out of the old OVW arena.
Yeah. No doubt.
No, they're. I think Mark wrestled a short amount of time in the old Danny Davis arena, but these guys are definitely spoiled now that they're in the new one. Obviously, I wish I could have went through those, but I don't regret the conditions I went to. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, let's change gears a little bit here. Let's take a phone call. We got Anthony calling from Maine. Anthony, you're on the phone with Brock Lesnar.
Hi, Brock. Who do you think Mr. America is?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a tough one. He kind of resembles Hogan in a way, but I don't know. I think it might be Michael Hayes. I don't know.
Oh yeah, could be Hayes. Could be Michael Firebird Haynes.
Yeah.
Michael B.S. Haynes. Yeah. No kidding, man. Have you had the opportunity to have a beverage with Michael Hayes by any chance?
I've had that opportunity a couple of times. Yeah. He's an entertaining individual.
Yes, he is. You can say it that way, sure. Speaking of little bastards, go ahead, Josh.
I was just thinking about getting actually rear-ending Brock Lesnar with his car and then getting out and being upset with him and then seeing him get out of his car, and I don't know what I would do. I'd probably get back in my car and and drive away awful quickly.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How are you feeling from the Mania match, Brock? You're not giving you any problems at all?
Yeah, my neck is bothering me a little bit, which in conjunction, it has followed all the way down to my lower back, and so I have some lower back problems, but that just comes with the name of the game. And this, if I woke up one day and I wasn't feeling sore, I wasn't hurting somewhere, I would think I was dead. So, I mean, all the years of amateur wrestling and the pounding it took on my body for so many years, I think if I did wake up one day and I felt 110%, I would probably think that I'd have to pinch myself and probably go out and try to hurt myself to make me feel better.
Yeah. Any chance of you trying the shooting star press again?
I think so. Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, we saw that at WrestleMania.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Fantastic.
Let's take a question here from the chat room, whatever it is, from Dr.
That'd be called instant feedback.
Instant feedback. Dr. Tom Lover has a question that said, Brock, who are you looking forward to getting in the ring with the most that you have not faced yet?
Well, unfortunately, I was looking forward to maybe getting in the ring with Stone Cold, and obviously, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I mean, Steve has had his nice time in the WWE, and like I said, getting back to injuries, Steve has definitely had repercussions of so many years in the business. So, but I'm also looking forward to probably getting in the ring with Bill Goldberg, in the future, and obviously my reign and feud with Kurt Angle isn't over yet either. So I'll definitely enjoy a rematch with Kurt.
Would you welcome the fact to have a unified champion one more time, where the champion actually defends the title on SmackDown and Raw?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. You know, and I would accept challenges from Triple H and you know, that's just right off the top of my head. You know, guys like that. And also, I don't think that Brock Lesnar and the Undertaker are it's over at either. So I mean, that's something I'd be looking forward to too. Maybe another Hell in a Cell rematch.
Very nice.
Let's go back to the phones now. We got Bill from Philadelphia. Bill, you're on with Brock Lesnar.
Hey, Brock, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. I'm just wondering what your plans are. I mean, already at 25, you're a two-time champ, and I just want to know where the road for Brock Lesnar goes from here.
I just want to see maybe, you know, you got Ric Flair, the 16-time world champion. I'm reaching for that goal. You know, you never know. So I mean, that's something. I just live day by day, and I'll try to keep my title reign going as long as I can until somebody decides to step up and you know, every dog has his day. So I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how many times and holding on to this title I have now. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to, is just seeing how many times Brock Lesnar can be the WWE champion.
Right on, right on. Well, Brock, we'll let you get back to enjoying your weekend, and we will see you at Sunday for Judgment Day, where, of course, Brock Lesnar will defend his WWE Championship against The Big Show in a stretcher match.
Best of luck to you, and stay healthy.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck, Brock. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
You know what, Josh?
What's that, Dr. Tom?
You know what I really like about Bright This?
Me?
No.
The hour that you get to spend with me each and every Friday afternoon?
Not even close.
All
The
right.
fact is that we have an open studio, and we allow anybody and everybody to come in and be our guest to
I hear
watch.
ya.
We've had many famous guests, of course, sitting off stage. We don't want to bring them in yet, but I just want to mention the fact that we have Mark Jendrak. He's a top-notch athlete, in which Brock Lesnar put over exceptionally.
I heard he could jump really high, too. Oh, okay. It's Mark Jendrak. He's got the highest vertical leap.
I heard that during the camp you shared a room with Sean O'Hare.
No, I actually shared a room with Mark Jendrak.
Yeah, but I thought you... Okay, never mind. And then, of course, Kevin Fertig, also known as Seven. I'm not quite sure where that number comes from, except the 7 sins and the 7 C's. And
Or
seven,
it's the number
Seagram 7.
plus 6. But joining us now,
and of course,
with
Orlando
Tales
over
from
there.
the Hook
I'm not sure if
is...
it's Jordan or Johnson.
Taz is on the phone, Dr. Tom.
Oh, sorry. Taz, how are you?
What's up, Josh? Dr. Tom?
Wow, what an
Man,
echo.
Taz, it sounds like you're calling from a tunnel.
Well, I'm in my, I'm on a treadmill, so you guys hear heavy breathing, don't get excited. Now I'm in my little fitness room in the house here.
Gotcha. What's going on in the Hook?
You like that fitness room?
Oh. You know what that is, huh?
I hear all about the fitness room all the
Oh,
time.
you know, Josh, you know all about the fitness room with the pyro and the orange walls.
Right.
As
Taz,
Cole calls it, the Taz Shrine.
yeah, the Shrine to Taz.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Judgment Day. Oh, what a shock. What else do you want to talk about?
Judgment Day, it's 48 hours away.
Okay, Tom, I'm on about 35 minutes. I'm blown up right now.
Wow.
You can appreciate that.
Fantastic.
Josh,
Why?
on the other hand, you're about $1.25 soaking wet with a
Brick.
something in your pocket.
Brick.
I want to say
Yeah.
brick. I don't want to make Cole mad and use the same line again. you know what that's about.
That bothers him a lot when you do that. Taz,
Judgment Day, stretcher match, Big Show, Brock Lesnar, violent. A lot of stuff's going to happen in that match.
okay. Thanks for that one. That's why you're the best color man in the business.
Yes, sir. Hey, Taz, let me ask you this. You were at ringside last night during SmackDown.
Yep.
Mr. America in Piper's Pit. The fan at ringside.
Yep.
Give me your impressions. The live crowd. How did it come across? How did they react? How did you react?
I reacted. I was shocked. As you can hear on television, nor myself or Michael Cole knew what to say. But what can you say at that moment? The TV cameras do the justice, and the action in the ring. Piper, grabbing the kid's leg, and it's a prosthetic. I mean, what are you going to say about that? It was weird. That's the only way to describe it. The crowd in Baltimore, the reaction from the live audience was weird,
Yeah.
There was like some booing and whatnot, and some a-hole chants, I think those are directed at Cole, but
Right.
No, it was just a weird feeling, man. It was just a weird, like a holy you-know-what moment,
very surreal moment you know, to be watching it.
Yep.
Very, very much so. How about the ladder match, Taz? Go ahead and give us your insight on that.
Well, I mean, that should be something. That should be. I'm hoping that should be the show stealer. You know, Los Guerreros, their style gels and runs parallel with ladders. You know,
Right.
I mean,
What about Chavo? He's hurt.
well, what about him? I
Well,
mean,
he got hurt overseas. You know, how's
I
that?
don't know about that, but from last I'm hearing, he'll probably be in the match.
Well, yeah, but don't you think his injury is going to affect the match a little bit?
No, I don't. I really don't think it's going to affect it because I think Team Angle's going to be so thrown off their game. Because these guys, let's face it, Team Angle, they're young to the business, and their background is wrestling. These guys are amateur wrestlers, and they're becoming rapidly, quickly, really good professional wrestlers. But as Dr. Tom can tell you, getting thrown into a, I hate to say it, but a gimmick match, you know, be the ladder or a cage, or that throws you off. I mean, when you don't have experience in that, especially when your background is just amateur wrestling, I mean, I just think Team Angle's going to be completely thrown off in that match. I think you got to give the favor to Los Guerreros. But then again, good point on your part, the injury thing. You know, I don't know what Chavo's status is, but if he's 80%, I think they'll beat Team Angle.
Well, you know what we've seen over the last couple months, we've seen Edge, of course, the Hardys talk about how their bodies have felt after doing all these ladder matches. The Dudleys, don't you think that Los Guerreros as well as Team Angle are going to go into this match trying to go all out, and who knows what's going to happen with the outcome? I mean, you're right. We could see new champions, and we could see some pretty serious injuries coming into this match.
I mean, that's a great point. I mean, you know, all of the neck injuries we've seen, a lot of them are from previous matches and matches like TLC matches and, you know, steel cage matches. You get someone run your head through a steel cage, you know, besides seeing the blood, I mean, that affects your neck and your disc and your neck and your spine over years and years and years. The ladder match, it's an unpredictable match. Unlike the stretcher match, where we haven't seen a lot of them, that we haven't seen in 17 years, and you got two of the largest athletes possibly in sports entertainment, and they hate each other's guts, and they don't lock horns. We got two matches on the SmackDown side that are going to bring some injuries probably.
Right. And then, of course, you'll have no shortage of banana juice in the bikini challenge between Tori Wilson and Sable.
Spewing all over the place. I'm just wondering if Los Guerreros have their cousin Dirty Sanchez in attendance at the live arena in Charlotte watching the event.
Well, Dirty Sanchez was in Baltimore, so maybe he will make the trip.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Good point.
Dirty Sanchez was in Baltimore.
He was there, yeah. Yeah.
Come to your room?
No, but he was in the arena.
Stinky little guy with a mustache.
Yeah, I got you. Seven knows about those Dirty Sanchez gimmicks too. He's sitting right over there going, mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's all sorts of shady stuff going on.
Sounds like it.
Cole calls himself the Shoelace. He comes up with this rap name like he's a rapper, Shoelace. I think he should be called the Chili Dog. Or maybe the Cleveland Steamer, because his original roots are from Cleveland.
Ooh, very nice.
Steamer.
Yes,
Do
yes.
research on that one.
Yes. Hey, changing.
Shifting gears.
Yeah, shifting gears again. The Intercontinental Championship has some, or the Battle Royal has some pretty interesting
elements.
Participants.
Yeah.
Who do you see coming out as a new Intercontinental Champion?
I don't know. That's a big time toss up. I'd say Steve Austin, but he's not in it.
No, Rob Van Dam, Christian, Tess, all these.
Hey, Josh, listen. This is not the cat. I do my research. You don't have to buzz me on who's in the match. No, I don't know. I'd have to give Van Dam a favorite. I didn't want to say him because people think he's from ECW, so Taz saying him. But I think Rob is due, overdue to hold a championship here in WWE. I know he has in the past, but he had the hardcore title for quite a while, didn't he?
He had it for a little while, yes.
Yeah, so I'd say Rob's the front runner. Who else?
Well, of course, we have Christian. We have, Josh.
Test.
Josh.
Josh.
There's a whole bunch of guys in this match, Taz.
Every time Brock Lesnar said, I want to get that little bastard, I kept thinking he was talking about Josh. So.
Well, Mr. America's going to take on Roddy Piper. That's going to be a big match there, too.
Well, wait, getting back to the Continental Championship Battle Royale, if there was a SmackDown guy in it, he'd win.
I gotcha.
How's that?
Very nice.
I'm a SmackDown guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because Cole and I did a little cameo on Raw and popped the ratings doesn't mean, Oh, God, my heart's palpitating.
Very nice.
Good chance I'm going down.
Yeah.
But I'm sprinting. I'm like on a mountain level. I'm like level 12 on the height gimmick, and I'm sprinting. I'm like Carl Lewis right now.
Is that right?
He does lots of cardio all the time.
You guys are really great to play off of.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, Taz, we'll let you get back to your cardio. Have a good weekend. I'll see you on Sunday for Judgment Day.
Right. Take care, Josh. Tom, see you, bro.
Hey, take it easy, Chaz. Good luck.
Care, bro. Bye-bye.
We'll see you. Yeah.
Matt Duda is letting me know that we are taking calls for Triple H at 1-888-LIVE-WWE. Call with your phone calls for the World Heavyweight Champion as he prepares for his match against his former best friend Kevin Nash this Sunday at Judgment Day.
Of course, we have the OVW alumni and current training Furnhams over there. Orlando Jordan, Kevin Seven, and of course the man who Brock Lesnar put over. Hey man, what happened to your cheek? Somebody popped you last night? No, actually somebody knocked you out last night. Wasn't that true? Okay. I don't want to start any rumors that anybody knocked Mark Jindrak out last night. I see. Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's take a look at the end of Raw.
Okay, let's do that. Let's take a look now at the end of Raw from this past Monday evening. Triple H and Ric Flair.
You don't know who was on the end of Raw?
Let's take a look. Hey, take a look. Dr. Tom, I absolutely cannot wait this Sunday to see Triple H go one-on-one with his former best friend Kevin Nash. This one is going to be a bloody, brutal battle.
The thing I like about Triple H and Kevin Nash is both guys realize it's all on the line in Judgment Day. Both guys realize their reputation as two of the top names ever in WWE are going to go at it, and they're going to have something to do with each other's reputation once this match is over. What? Wait a minute. Are we doing the Stradix? Oh, this show is going to hell.
It's all just going downhill.
This show has gone to hell quick. That's why I asked these guys to come.
It's all going downhill.
The fact is, Kevin Nash and Triple H have a showing this Sunday at Judgment Day.
Right.
Both guys want to make the other realize that they're not washed up. Of course, all the negative internet chat rooms and negative internet reports you hear out there about Kevin Nash and Triple H. I think this, and I'd like to ask Triple H himself, I think this really gets under the skin of both guys. And I think this Sunday at Judgment Day in Charlotte, North Carolina, both guys are out to prove everybody wrong.
And you make a great point. They are going to put it all on the line.
Yes.
This Sunday at Judgment Day with the world. What is going on around? It's like
everybody is coming in here. No.
It's
It's an open studio. It's open guest night, and we want everyone to come in and get their shot to see Fight This broadcast live on the internet. This is live and uncut.
That's right.
Yeah,
and you can tell. Dr. Tom, I want to get your thoughts
give it
on Judgment Day this Sunday. I mean, what do you think about the World Heavyweight Championship match? Triple H and Kevin Nash. Who do you think is going to come out on top in that one?
Well, once again, I realize that Kevin Nash is one of those guys who's persistent. He's one of those guys who loves to prove people wrong, and all the ones who said he's too old, he's crippled up, he can't walk, he can barely wrestle. I like to see Kevin Nash with his back up against the wall. I like to see him come out and prove all the negative and naysayers wrong. But at the same time, I know how tenacious Triple H can be, especially when it comes to defending his World Heavyweight Championship. So I've got to say that I feel that Triple H is going to come out victorious this Sunday, but Kevin Nash isn't going to lay down for him.
I hear you. Let's go to SmackDown's main event. The WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar, of course, goes one-on-one with the Big Show. We've been talking about it throughout the hour in a stretcher match.
Well, Brock Lesnar is the youngest ever to win the WWE Championship. Therefore, going into this match, he already has a lot riding on this, and I think the Big Show realizes that as well. Brock Lesnar isn't a guy you want to take lightly. He's not a guy you want to piss off, especially by rear-ending him as you're trying to go around this car.
Obviously.
Well, I don't think the Big Show is going to try and rear-end anybody. I think he's going to come straight ahead at Brock. But at the same time, Brock Lesnar has learned this business in a very short period of time. He's been around the kind of guys who has told him what he needs to do to make it. And he's learned that you can't trust anybody. I think Paul Heyman proved that. And going in against the Big Show, Brock is going to bring it on, and he wants to be the first guy in 17 years to make his opponent ride out on a stretcher.
All the way out of the arena. But of course, it was at Survivor Series that Brock Lesnar lost the WWE Championship to the Big Show. Of course, that was
with Paul Heyman again. That's why I say Brock is back on top, and it's going to take a lot to put Brock Lesnar down. And of course, it's not saying that it can't be done. I'm just saying at Judgment Day, I think that's when Brock is at his best.
Will Mr. McMahon be happy? Will Mr. America get unmasked, proving in Mr. McMahon's mind that Mr. America really is Hulk Hogan?
Well, we'll have to wait and see about that, but I think right now we have some more pressing and more important issues because on the line we have the World Heavyweight Champion, if I'm not mistaken. Triple H, are you there?
I am here, Dr. Tom. How you doing?
Fantastic. Josh is sitting to my right, attempting to be the host about this. And,
attempting is the key word.
Yes, sir.
Most things you do is attempting.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How are you feeling? How is your overall health these days?
My overall health is pretty good. I'm feeling good. Little head trauma on Raw a couple weeks ago, but other than that, I feel great. 100%. This is the best I've felt in a long time. So it's been nice to be injury-free for a few months.
Very good.
Triple H, we got Judgment Day, of course, this Sunday. So much going to happen at Judgment Day. It's such a great card from top to bottom. But of course, we have your match, the World Heavyweight Championship. You go one-on-one with your former best friend, Kevin Nash. Can you give us your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I mean, former best friend, but, Kevin Nash came in here, I think, on his own agenda, trying to put something together that really had no right to be put back together, which is the Clique, I guess. And we've all gone our separate ways, and that's business. The one thing I've learned in this industry is that business first, and friendship later. And I try to tell that to Kevin. We could certainly get along, and we can certainly be friends, but it's got to be on my terms because I'm the World Heavyweight Champion and I'm the man. And he took exception to that, so we're where we're at now. Kevin didn't want to take my word for it, so now I'm going to have to show him. I told him on Raw that if he was with me, it was us against the world. If he was against me, he was part of the world that I was against, and now he's one of the people that I'm against in life. And this Sunday, he's going to find out what happens when you go up against a game.
Well, Triple H, let me ask you this real quick. A lot of people on the internet, a lot of people out there have been critical. There have been a lot of naysayers. There have been negative reports, articles, what have you. How do you respond to them, especially going into Judgment Day against a guy like Kevin Nash, who not a lot of people have been kind to as of late when it comes to this? How do you react to your critics?
Well, when it comes to the critics, this match is kind of like the Antichrist versus the devil.
Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, when it comes down to looking at the internet and all the people that are on it, basically the internet is basically just a forum for people to criticize anonymously. I don't take it worth anything. It's as far as I'm concerned, and I don't mean to piss anybody off that's on Bite This right now, but it's a bunch of 12-year-old kids giving their opinion about something they know absolutely nothing about. And that goes for the people that are heading up the columns too. I'm supposed to take the criticism of some jackoff that's never stepped foot in a ring but has wanted to his whole life and is basically just a frustrated wannabe.
Right.
You know what I mean? And those opinions don't mean anything to me. They report about an industry they know nothing about.
Well, Josh just turned 13, by the way, so he's no longer 12.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
just last week.
Once puberty hits, then you can start, expressing your opinion better. And Josh, you're almost there.
Close. Right. I'll be there hopefully pretty soon. Brock, Triple H, going back to Judgment Day, how do you feel about the Intercontinental title coming back and having this battle royal for it this Sunday at Judgment Day?
I think it's great. I think that the Intercontinental title has always been a figurehead, so to speak, or a marking stone, so to speak, of this industry. It's been a very important title. If you look back over the history at it, some of the greatest names in this industry have held that title. And I think that at the time it made sense to get rid of the title, just to, as the brands went their separate ways, it allowed for less confusion and more direct focus on things. But I think now that the brands are standing on their own and are solid on their own, I think that it's time to bring that back, and it's a very important title. Some people say it's a stepping stone, but I don't even know if it's that. I think it's its own platform. I think some of the greatest matches in the history of this business have been fought over the Intercontinental title. When you look back and you look at WrestleMania 10 and you think Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, one of the greatest matches ever in a ladder match, and that was over the Intercontinental title.
Yeah. But speaking of Shawn Michaels, what do you think about his partition back now in the World Wrestling Entertainment? Do you like the fact that Shawn is back and offering his 2 cents, so to speak?
I like the fact that Shawn is back, as long as he stays out of my way.
Right.
But I think that all grievances aside with Shawn Michaels, he's one of the greatest athletes to ever step foot in the ring. Probably the best pure athlete I think ever in the business, and he's one of the all-time greats. So to have Shawn around in any form or fashion, whether you agree with him or you don't agree with him, I think is great for the business. It's great for the young guys that are coming up and that are trying to learn to look at a Shawn Michaels, who I still consider to be one of the greatest performers in our industry today. There's not very many guys in the world that could come back after a 5-year layoff and perform better than almost anybody in the industry.
Right.
And Shawn did that. Shawn has proven time and time again how good he is, and even on his limited schedule. And hopefully he can do that for a longer period of time. But I think that as little, or if Shawn is around, it's a good thing for business in general.
Let's a question outside of the ring. What other projects are you involved in right now? I mean, I knew there was talks of a workout book or a video or something like that.
Yeah, I'm in the process right now of putting together kind of a training book that will come out hopefully for Christmas, and it's basically going to be a how-to workout book, kind of tell you what I did. I've been training since I was 14, so it's going to kind of tell you what I go through training and what I would recommend for people, trying to get into weight training and trying to get in shape. And it's also going to be a bit biographical. It's going to tell you about my career, places I've been, things I've done, things like that. But it's not going to be too much in depth into that. It's going to be more of a training manual and a workout book, because I feel like it's one of the questions I get asked the most, outside of just strict wrestling questions is, I get so many young guys come up to me and say, how can I get bigger? How can I get my arms bigger? How many days a week do you train? Things like that I wanted to kind of help those people out and give back in that sense what somebody gave to me at one time, because at one time I was the 14-year-old kid in the gym trying to ask everybody what to do to get bigger,
Mm-hmm. Right. Now Josh is the 13-year-old kid trying to get bigger. And what do you tell the younger superstars today backstage who are looking to you for advice, the guidance to make it in the business today? I mean, are you obviously you're a leader back in the locker room as well. What kind of advice could you give the up and coming superstars?
I think it's try to be more of an all around performer, as opposed to, we have a lot of guys that want to go out and just do flashy moves. We have a lot of guys that are all the same. Do something to make yourself stand out. Be larger than life. Don't be one of the same as everybody else. I think that's one of the things that are missing in our business is characters, and I don't mean that from a writing standpoint, because I believe from a writing they can only do so much, but I mean pure characters as there were in the business 10, 12 years ago. And I think making yourself larger than life and then learning the fundamentals of the business, I think, is something that is so overlooked. I see so many guys that, you know, go to the ring and can do a moonsault or some kind of flip over the top rope, but ask them to grab a top wrist lock and they look like you got two heads. They don't even know what that is.
Right.
And when you don't have the fundamentals of the business, you know, it's you know, to me, you're just kind of spinning your wheels. It's like having a nice car, but the engine can't really go, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for most of our young guys, it's learn the fundamentals of the business. Don't worry so much about who can do the highest flip or who can take the prettiest bump or who can do the biggest thing. You know, leave that up to the internet kids to determine who does the prettiest moonsault, because that's all they care about. And then if you learn how to work, you'll be the guy that's making money for the company and drawing fans to the arenas, not just the guy that does flips.
That's a great point. Let's go to the phones now. Here on Bite This. Let's go to CJ calling from Tennessee. CJ, you're on the phone with Triple H.
Oh, hi, Triple H.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I just love you to death.
Well, of course you do.
You are the most wonderful wrestler in the whole world.
Now,
and I missed you when you were gone the whole year. I wrote you a poem and sent it to you.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure I got it, and I'm sure it was lovely.
I think you're just wonderful, and I can't wait. I hope you do come back to Chattanooga so that I can see you.
Thank you. CJ, you sound like you're getting very excited.
Oh, I am. I'm a big wrestling fan, but I've just been a big fan of yours ever since you first started. And I just,
well, thank you very much.
Excited to be talking to you.
Did you have a question, or did you just wanted to sit by the phone, scantily clad, and talk to me?
I just wanted to say hello to you,
and
I wanted to congratulate you on your engagement to Stephanie. She's a very lucky girl, and I hope the two of you last forever. And my question is, do you ever worry about your knee, and are you going to get over this problem with it so that I don't have to worry about you getting hurt so much?
I think the problem with my knee is pretty much behind me. As in this business, nothing is ever 100% safe. You train as best you can. I feel like my knee is as good as it's ever going to be right now. I don't have any problems with it. I don't feel like I favor it. I feel like I'm about as good as I'm going to get with it. It took me a long time. It took me probably close to a year to get to where I felt really comfortable on it, but I do now, and I don't think re-injuring it is a factor now.
Very good.
Let's go back to the phone. We got Brock from Philly. Brock, you're on with Triple H.
Is this Brock Lesnar?
Brock?
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, good call, guys.
It must be Brock. He can't get a syllable out.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah. Triple H, I asked Brock this just a minute ago when he called in. How would you feel about maybe unifying the titles again and having one champion wrestle on Raw and SmackDown?
Well, I think he could do it. I don't necessarily think that it's the best. I think that having things the way they are now down the line leads you to the big Super Bowl match, if it ever takes place between the two, basically between the two competing groups. I don't think one champion is that big of a deal. I think it's better for the fans to have in their mind, what would happen if, and I think it's good to keep it that way. Especially since a lot of people don't like me, and I would just go in there and slap Brock Lesnar around and take the title off him. It would probably make a lot of people angry.
Yeah, perhaps. Let's try Brock again from Philly here on the telephone. Brock, are you there?
I'm here now.
All right, you got a question for Triple H?
Do I ever? First of all, Dr. Tom, I was the guy who won your 101 Wrestlers Names contest. Just wanted to put that out first.
Did you get the book?
No, I got tickets to Raw.
Oh, great.
Where I saw Triple H. Triple H, you're awesome, man.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I know you care what I think. But anyway.
Actually, I do. If you like me, it sounds good.
Or anything.
What was that?
I have a question, but I don't want to get on your bad side.
That's all right.
Okay. Because I read the internet and like every other 12-year-old. But I was wondering if you really do sit in on the booking meetings and if you think that is a conflict of interest.
No, I don't sit in. People think it's just like a little group session where everybody sits down together at a particular time and decides the fate of the business, and I'm there, telling people what to do. You got to understand something. There are ideas thrown around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in our business. Sometimes I'm around when those ideas are thrown around. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes those ideas come from me. I do go to a lot of meetings, production-wise at the shows, but other talents are allowed to do that too. I'm singled out as the only guy that does it, but Austin's in there sometimes, Shawn Michaels in there, Jericho's been in there, Angle's been in there. I'm just a guy that does it more frequently probably, but the bottom line is that everybody has to understand this is Vince McMahon's company, and Vince McMahon's sole goal in life is to make this company as profitable and as successful as possible, and I don't care if that means who he has to tell they're wrong. It doesn't matter to him, you know what I mean? And that's all. What everybody fails to see is that we're all just trying to make the business better. We're all trying to improve the product. And, if people want to believe I'm the Antichrist and I run this and I run that and I ruin the business, that's fine. I could care less what they think, I know what I do. I know why I do it. And I know the benefits and the detractions to that. And if anybody has a problem with it, that's just too bad.
Heck, Dr. Tom, Triple H, even I'm in the production meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the point I was trying to make.
Somebody's got to get the drinks.
Right,
yeah.
That's right.
Thank you. My coffee was a little cold last time, too. All right, very good.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Tom.
Anytime.
Well, Triple H, we will let you get back to enjoying your weekend.
Hey, thanks.
And we'll see you Sunday for Judgment Day. Big match, World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H goes one-on-one with Kevin Nash. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I can't wait. Sunday, we're going to be in Charlotte, Nature Boy's backyard, so that ought to be interesting. And Kevin and Nash and I, we've been around each other in this business for a long time, and this is our first head-to-head encounter, and it should be a good one.
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, best of luck to you, and stay healthy.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you, Triple H.
All right.
What a day, Josh.
It has been a long day, Dr. Tom.
Oh, hey.
Very, very
Golf
long.
clap.
Matt,
Yeah,
dude, we're
thank
not
you very
done
much.
yet.
No, we're not done
Still
yet. No,
going.
no, we've got
Still
plenty.
going.
Yeah, we're still going.
Plenty
yeah.
to go here
I've got to
on
plug
Bite
my
This.
towns.
This
Yeah.
is the marathon Bite This
No, it's not,
edition.
pal.
Going into.
Ooh, look at that. Hey.
Going into
Very nice.
Judgment Day.
Introduce your friends.
Let's introduce our friends here.
Why don't they, I'll throw up a still. Why don't they come in, sit in those chairs?
Ooh, we're going to do this?
Behind them.
Come on like this. Hey, why don't you just walk in front there like that, Mark? Yeah, just walk in front.
Always the consummate pro.
Yeah, sure, that's right. Hey, hey, thanks, man. Put that right there to Josh.
Yeah.
We'll just take it easy. This is a
All
live
right.
show, by the way. We don't stop for anything.
Hey, the Bushwhackers.
Hey, take the gimmick. Yeah, that's. Hey, we're going to take them one at a time or three at a time. We can bring all three of them in.
It's up to you.
Sure, come on. Hey, guys, come on. Come on and
You
stay
guys
here.
have to stand up and they'll sit. You can stand behind them.
What are we going to stand behind them?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Let's get the microphones here.
Limited by space.
Hey, this
by
is.
this studio.
Hey, Mark, you're sitting on my stuff here, man. This is pretty good. Come on in, guys. Yeah, look at that. Hey. Come on, sit right here, pal. Sit in the middle. Josh, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sure. What do you mean you know? Well, I don't know. I'm just giving. I'm like a traffic cop here. Okay.
Right.
Hey, great. Hey, how's this, Matt? Hey. What about this?
Taking this off?
Yeah. Are we taking that off?
You might want to take that.
Oh, sure.
Right here.
Yeah. Are you taking that off too? Oh, here. Hey, take this. Good deal. I got the windscreen.
You can just take the handheld. Here.
Sure.
Just pass it around.
Yeah, pass it
There
around.
you go.
Okay. All right, how about that?
You can hold this
There you
like
go.
that. You can hold the mic.
From Ohio Valley Wrestling, the developmental station in Louisville, Kentucky, we happen to have three of the standout performers. Josh. To my right, Orlando. Would that be Jordan?
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Get it right.
That's right.
Yeah. What ticket did you come under? Jordan or Johnson?
Ticket I come under.
Yeah, plane ticket.
Johnson.
How come I put it Jordan?
Because somebody messed up one ticket.
All right, then.
Off to a great start.
And, of course, Kevin Seven, you're managed by the Evil Sin, I understand, in OVW. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
And, of course, Mark Jindrak, who we're most proud of because Kenny Bolin is the greatest manager of all time in Ohio Valley Wrestling. He's very, very happy to be known as. And who hit you last night? And what happened to your face?
What happened? Like I caught myself. I was doing sit-ups, and my face got sliced against one of my rigid abs.
Thank you very much. Try to reveal.
Yeah.
All right.
He
So,
worked on that
Kevin,
for a
let me
while.
ask you this: how was your last couple days been here in Stamford, Connecticut? Speak in the microphone, pal.
Stamford, Connecticut has been wonderful.
Switch.
I mean, the offices here, you can't even imagine what goes on and exactly what they have to do to get a show. It's been unbelievable.
You thinking about moving up here after your stint in Louisville is done?
No. I think the South is better off for me. Yes.
Could you give me your opinions on the training techniques of Danny Davis and Rip Rogers in OVW as well?
Danny Davis and Rip Rogers are probably two of the finest trainers out there today. So, without a doubt.
Would you like to continue this interview with Orlando?
Well, sure, I'll.
No, not you. Yeah.
Orlando, how you doing, buddy?
Hey there, Josh. How you
Josh,
doing?
I don't know if we've ever met before.
Yeah,
We'll just
couple
meet
times.
officially here on
There you
Bike
go.
This. So you guys have been in Stanford now for how long now? I have no idea what's going on.
We got in Stanford here Tuesday.
And you got a tour of the TV studio,
We
huh?
got a tour of the TV studio and
tracks
and
some
everything,
kind
all
of
that good
tracks.
stuff,
Yes,
man.
we
It was,
did.
yeah, definitely.
A lot of backdrops.
Backdrops and
A lot of
everything,
backdrops.
you know, and all that good stuff. Sweating, you know, doing what I do best.
What about your impressions of Stanford?
Of Stanford?
What do you think about Stanford?
Stanford has good omelets and great cheesecake, and there's no intentions behind that at all.
Anything about Norwalk? Anything you guys like to say about Norwalk? It's a beautiful place.
Grecian women are yeah, they're great.
Grecian
Very
women?
good, very good, very
Okay,
good,
great.
definitely.
Well, very good. We just want to bring you guys in to Bite This and let everyone see the type of new talent. Of course, Mark, you've been around for a little while, and you've been around for a little while. Of course, Orlando, you've been around for a little while, too. But now you're in OVW, and Josh, you're still here.
In Stanford.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that would pretty much explain the fact that, Mark, your abs were razor sharp, and you got that nice little nick on your face. And Kevin Seven, your manager, Sin, I'm sure is proud of you right now, and your tag team partner, Travis Bain, is also at home
he's recuperating,
eating his heart out right now. So this is the crop we had to look forward to coming to WWE.
There we go.
Probably sooner than later.
Definitely.
And,
Is there anybody else that's coming to WWE soon?
you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I got an email today from Mr. Matt Duda, and he's very interested in some of the new talent coming to WWE, and I'm working on that, and hopefully I'll have something to tell you within the next 2 weeks.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's very
We'll have a
exciting
big
news.
surprise, and we'll break the news right here on Bite
That's
This.
exciting news.
That would be exciting. So
Can't wait.
no, I know you can't. So, Mark, would you like to leave us with anything that you would like to say to WWE fans or anyone?
Well, I want to make this point clear. 25 years ago, I was diagnosed with a condition the doctor said I was allergic to bad looks. Needless to say, I haven't broken out yet, so I'm good.
That's great. How about you, Kevin? Would you like to leave us with any words of wisdom as well?
Words of wisdom.
Like in the microphone?
Words of wisdom. in the microphone? Well, yes. Here in Stanford, there's probably one motto, be sure your sin will find you out, because it usually does. So that's about my word of wisdom.
Hey, Orlando, you've got a chance to say whatever you want to say, too.
Well, I just wanted to say, Josh, it was a pleasure meeting you again. And, to anybody that ever wants to come down to OVW, including you, Josh, come down here and stuff, and I'd be more than willing to provide tickets for you guys.
You can get tickets?
Yeah, to the gun show.
Oh, you stole my
Outstanding! I was waiting for that, man. Good deal. All right, Josh, you being the host about this,
All
I'll
right,
let you
let's
do it.
wrap it up. Let's go here. We are.
Before we leave, can we test the young future superstars' knowledge on past grades in the business?
Well, certainly.
I can put up a still, and they can, if they know the answer.
Should we go 1, 2, 3?
Because I know you're all about teaching the youngsters, the history of the
You know what? And this man right here, let me just say, of all the youngsters who did my quiz, this guy right here is the most ingenious. Okay, anyway, sure, why not? Go ahead. Well, all right. Well, that's a good still. Look at that. Okay. What are you going to do? Go ahead, Matt. Anytime. Yeah.
Ready?
Yep. Mark, this is you. Mark, who would that be? Mark? Okay, Kevin?
Jimmy Del Rey?
No. Orlando. Who would that be?
Okay. Sonny?
Oh, hey! Thank you very much. All right, Orlando's got one. All right, here we go. We'll try it again. All right, here we go. Kevin, this is yours.
Okay.
All right.
Is that young man?
Kevin, who would that be?
Oh, that would be that Tommy Dreamer fella.
Oh, okay, great. Orlando's won. Kevin's won.
go,
Mark,
there you
I
go.
think we'll go back to you now. Okay, this is you. All right, here we go.
I mean, Dr. Tom.
No, Zip.
That's Zip.
Oh, Dr. Tom.
I don't know what he's
Zip.
a shoot name or a work name.
We always use shoot names here, pal.
Zip.
It was Zip. Dr. Tom was nowhere near that one. All right, you got one more, man?
That's great.
Next. Who's that? Who's that?
Whoa.
Come on.
Slick.
Oh, Mark.
there you go,
Mark.
Slick.
Yeah, fantastic. Try again. Here we go. All right, this is fun. This is great. Josh can't wait.
I'm loving this.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Who's that?
Wow.
Paul, come on. You.
Paul Heyman.
Come on.
Paul Heyman, yeah.
Oh, and it was
Extra credit for the haircut.
Kevin's
Yeah.
turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
President Rogaine.
No. All right, Orlando, this is you. We have one more.
This is a tricky one.
Yeah, it is
Let's
kind of tricky.
see.
Tricky. If you get this, boy, you guys get a prize.
Wow.
Come on. Come
That's a
on.
hard one. That's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Hmm.
Okay.
See.
Go.
You see, maybe it's
Former host.
Kevin Kelly.
maybe it's Kevin
Oh,
Kelly.
hey, all right. Thank you.
One more.
Okay, this is it. This is the big finale.
Whoa.
That's Chris Nowinski.
You blow, man. You really
I'll give you a
blow.
hint. He's a former tag team champion.
Former tag team champion.
Yeah. Former tag team champion.
Whoa.
Dr. Tom?
Dr. Tom!
There you go. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, sure. That was back in the days before pot was legal. Okay.
That was
very nice. Hey,
That was an
these
old
guys are
picture.
great.
That was a very old picture
Very
there.
old picture.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an old picture, pal.
Old picture, pal.
Yeah, that
Old
was
picture, pal.
long
That
before the
long
old.
Yeah,
before,
man.
yeah.
Before the Sismas. Okay, anyway. Hey, listen, guys. Josh?
Stop the pain. Well, like the go-home weekend here for Judgment Day, I cannot wait. Dr. Tom can't wait. These three guys can't wait. We will see you all Sunday.
Take a look.
Charlotte, North Kakalaki, Judgment Day. Oh, I got to get into a countdown here, too. Keep going. Go at 4, 3, 2, 1.